welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a Barbie ponytail. The supplies that you need in order to do this ponytail is some Got to Be Glue spray, some beeswax, some rubber bands for the hair, and your utensils you use to actually straighten the hair, flat iron, a blow dryer, hot comb, all that good stuff. I don't know if I said rubber bands, but you're gonna need rubber bands as well. So let's just jump right into it. I started her hair off with some clean hair. That's very important. Whenever you're going to do a client's hair or your own hair, you should be starting off with clean hair. It's just better overall. It'll help your hair lay. It's just way better when you style off clean hair. But I'm beginning to flat iron her hair. I don't have my flat irons on the highest settings just because she's a very natural girl. She loves her curls, and I don't want to cause any heat damage to her hair. I also put heat protectant in. That's very important. And when you're putting this heat protectant in, please don't forget, after you spray the heat protectant in, it's very important that you get a powder brush or a comb and you thoroughly brush or comb that product all the way through the hair. I think that's a major step that we're forgetting to do. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. You are watching Braiding TV, and if you have not hit that like and subscribe button, go ahead and do that now, because I promise you, you won't regret it. Boom. Okay, so now her hair is straight. Y'all see it's not like overly pressed, but it's straight enough. It's all soft and smooth and silky. That's what we need in order to get these straight, silky, smooth, and shiny looking ponytails. As I'm starting off the ponytail, you'll notice that I'm going in a curved motion. It's very important that you go in a curved motion, because once you actually lay this ponytail down, that parting that you did in the hair is visible. We'll be able to see it. So please don't part your hair into no square, no heart, no weird ass shapes like that, because it's going to be seen, and you want your install to look as neat as possible. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say no weird ass shapes like no hearts, because nowadays people trying different stuff and it's actually turning out cute. Like them hearts that they put in people's heads when they doing them braids. Baby, that is beautiful. That is fire. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it is so cute. I'm sorry though, y'all, I'm getting way off subject. But as you can see, as I'm starting her hair, I'm parting her hair from the left and the right side. I'm just going straight down and I'm parting it into sections, so when I begin doing that ponytail, it will be way easier to mold and to lay down.
I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
Okay, so after you part the left and the right side, it will leave you with this big old section in the middle. Now that is where we're going to begin starting our ponytail off. So when you're doing this, and I ain't gonna lie, I probably should have parted her hair in smaller sections because my sister have thick hair. But what I normally do with clients, if they have super thick hair, I make the sections way smaller, so it'll be easier for me to lay. But if they are more on the thinner side, then of course you can use bigger sections. But when you're doing the ponytail, please take your time. Don't rush when you're doing this, because one wrong move, especially with this Got to Be Glue spray, baby, too many sprays on this Got to Be Glue spray, let me tell you, honey, you gonna be walking around, your hair ain't gonna move. Your hair is not gonna move. And then on top of it, you better hope you better not start combing that stuff out, because as soon as you try to start combing that stuff out, it's gonna get all flaky, and then you're just gonna wish that you would have just left it messed up, because like you just gonna wish that you would have never did anything to it. Like, you just please be careful, okay? But you're gonna see, after I use that Got to Be Glue spray, you're gonna see me go in with that blow dryer, just so the blow dryer can hold it into place.
hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check.
As y'all can see, I did not let that comb down. Like, I did not sit that comb down at all, because the comb is going to be your best friend when you're doing these type of styles. I also love baby hairs, but I normally don't. You know how most people just take the end of the comb and they just part out a big old space for their baby hairs. I normally don't do that because I want my baby hairs to look very natural. So I'll just take the teeth of the combs and I'll just like slightly comb it out, but I won't comb too much out, because once you get to trying to part stuff, it just starts to look like it's just too many baby hairs. I know y'all done seen that before. Just don't let that be you, okay? So now I started taking the hair from the sides and I'm now blending it in with the middle section. This white can that you see me using is called Sebastian spray. I really love this spray. I sometimes use this spray on my baby hairs for my wigs. I like it because it's very flexible. That's why I also say when you're doing this, if you're not that experienced with using a Got to Be glue spray, use that beeswax. The beeswax, I think it's called Murray's, and it comes in a yellow container, yellow labeling with a black top on it. You'll see it at the beauty supply, but I would suggest using that if you're not that experienced with Got to Be glue spray.
Read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
I normally flat iron the hair just so it can be straight for when I'm about to begin the process of gluing the tracks in. I hope y'all can see, but if not, y'all go see later on down the video. Her edges are super sleek and they are straight. That Got to Be Glue spray didn't do that. After you spray that spray, you still have to go in with some edge control and put that on the edges just so it can lay flat. So you'll see in the video, before I glue the tracks in, I normally just go in and I do my placements. I just do this just because I don't want to have any mess ups, because once you try to take a track out of your head that's already glued, that leftover residue from the glue will be stuck in your head. So just make sure that you have the tracks in the right placement so the hair can be covered and you won't have to redo it over. My sister have enough hair that I could have just used her natural hair for the bang part, but me, I like adding weave to the hair tracks and stuff, just because tracks doesn't have to be tamed as much as hair. So it'll take a lot of heat or a lot of products in order for you to really lay the hair down properly. I also like adding weave to the bang because for some reason the weave gives the bang a different type of shine that natural hair normally doesn't. So for that particular reason, I like adding weave to the bang, even if the client has enough hair for their own bang.
Read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million in dollars.
Y'all gonna be so mad at me, and I am so sorry, y'all, but I didn't record the whole process of me doing the swoop bang. If you really want to see how I do my swoops, just go click to my channel, Brad Kai TV, and watch my other video. I believe I had did it in the video how to do a natural side part. So now what you see me doing is I had took her natural hair from the ponytail and I braided it in a French tail braid, and I put some rubber bands toward the end, and now I am adding them gray strips in. What I like to do, I like to put glue on the beginning and the ends of the gray strips, and I wrap them right back around. If you pay close attention to how I'm doing this style, you'll see that there is no glue getting on her hair. It's going right back on the paper. Then you're going to keep on wrapping that wrap around the hair and continue with this process until you reach the very end of the braid.
that you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as
So now we're finally at the end of the braid. I normally take a popsicle stick and dip it in my glue and start applying it to the braid. I used to put the glue on the tracks and then wrap it around like that, but for time purposes, I now apply the glue onto the braid and then just wrap the hair around it. It seems like I go way faster when I do it this way.
Well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million and dollars and dollars and dollars and dollars.
Okay, now some people like their Barbie ponytail to be one solid curl at the end, but she actually wanted hers to be up in layers. So what we're going to do is take our comb and we're going to begin to cut in layers through the ponytail. Now what you don't see in this video is how far up I'm going, but if you can't look at your ponytail and see the actual layers in there, then it's not layered enough. You have to keep on going in and chopping and chopping. Now I was cutting her ponytail into layers for, I want to say, like a good 15 to 20 minutes, just because like you need to really define them layers. Now at this point, I've went in with my curlers and I've actually began to curl it. Now towards the ends, what you don't see me doing in this video, just because she was super tired and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, that extra piece that isn't curled, like that long piece, I'm gonna circle it, but that long piece that's right there that isn't going with the curls, you could just go in with your scissors and you can just cut that piece off. But after you're done curling the hair with the curlers, please go in with some very good holding spray so them curls can stay up. Okay, y'all, so this video is a better view of what I was doing. I'm just curling the hair again like how I said, and it is following in a layered format. But the next day, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I went back into her hair and I cut it into more layers, because as you can see, it's a big old space and gap in between the hair, and I didn't like that. So I had went back in and then I had cut it some more layers and I had recurled it, and I had also sprayed that holding spray so these curls can lay. But just remember, if you see that the ends of the curl are still like straight and it's not curling with it, just go back in with some scissors and chop that off. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to take a piece of the hair out of that ponytail and wrap it around that last track so you won't see any of the tracks showing. Leave me a message in the comments. What do you guys normally have problems with when you're laying your ponytails? And don't forget to go add my hair page on Instagram. And thanks for watching.